Thank you. Good morning, Your Excellencies, Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Justice, Excellencies, colleagues and partners. Let me begin by extending my sincere thanks to TIJ and all of our distinguished partners for inviting me to share the OECD perspective on the rule of law and its foundational role in building an inclusive, sustainable society and a strong competitive economy. At the OECD, we view the rule of law not only as a legal principle, but as the foundational pillar of democratic governance and social stability. It fosters accountability, protects human rights, fundamental rights, and supports public trust in the institutions that serve citizens. And trust matters. Our data at the OECD shows that a 10 percentage points increase in trial duration is associated with a 2 percentage points decline in public confidence in the justice system. In other words, delays do more than stall decisions. They corrode the real legitimacy of the system. And this is why the rule of law is a core requirement for OECD membership. But it is also a practical investment with direct implications for economic competitiveness, institutional credibility, and long-term growth. We also see that the rule of law underpins market stability and investment security. Our economic surveys consistently show that countries with predictable, transparent, and efficient justice systems are more attractive to investors, enjoy high levels of business activity, and benefit from greater innovation. The OECD Investment Toolkit highlights this clearly. Effective enforcement of contracts, efficient dispute resolution, and judicial independence are key drivers of business confidence. Where the rule of law is strong, companies are more willing to enter into commercial agreements. Financial markets function more efficiently, and firms, especially small and medium enterprises, SMEs, are better able to grow, innovate, and create jobs. But the reverse is also true. Where justice is delayed, costly, or inaccessible, economic opportunity is lost. Our data from the paper that we have developed from our partners in the World Justice Project, with whom I have the pleasure also of sharing this opening remarks, shows that unresolved legal problems can cost countries up to 3% of GDP annually. And this includes both lost productivity and social costs linked to unresolved disputes. And the burden is not shared equally. It falls disproportionately on vulnerable groups and small businesses. And these small businesses, SMEs, which represent of 99% of businesses in OECD countries and in Thailand, are particularly affected. When legal disputes drag on or enforcement is uncertain, SMEs may have no choice but to cut back, stop hiring, or even close entirely. So justice is not a side issue. It is a core pillar of inclusive growth and the rule of law. And we know that justice reform is a national priority for Thailand, as reflected in the 20-year national strategy, which places justice, decentralization, and social equity at the heart of country's development plan. But justice inefficiencies come at a high price. In our recent OECD study on the cost of crime and criminal justice system in Thailand, we found that the total cost of crime and the criminal justice system reaches 973 billion Thai baht in 2022, which is 5.6% of Thailand's GDP. And this is actually higher than the average education budget in many countries. More than 20% of these costs are linked to legal and procedural fees, due in part to excessive case volumes, especially in drug-related cases. And the burden is not abstract, it's human. Victims of interpersonal violence, especially women and children, bear not only the financial costs, but also long-lasting mental health consequences. Prison overcrowding, with most of Thai correctional facilities operating beyond capacity, is fueled by high incarceration rates for minor drug offenses. So these findings point to emergent needs for reform, particularly in areas such as alternative sentencing, drug policy, case management, and access to protection for victims. In response to these challenges, also globally and in OECD countries, the OECD has worked with our members and partners to build people-centered justice systems, the ones that are designed around the needs of users, not only institutions. And Thailand's own legal needs survey that was conducted in 2022 showed that 56% of respondents identified financial barriers and legal complexity as major obstacles to justice. Many people are turning to informal channels such as community mediation because they feel formal justice is out of reach. Such challenges, often shared among the OECD and partner countries, prompted the development of the OECD recommendation on access to justice and people-centered justice systems. It offers a roadmap for justice systems that are accessible, efficient, and responsive. We are currently working on the implementation toolkit to facilitate the implementation of this recommendation, as well as the dedicated measurement framework and indicators for people-centered justice, again, with our partners, World Justice Project and the Hill. So Thailand is at a pivotal moment, and the OECD stands ready to support your efforts. In September, in collaboration with TIJ, we commenced the work on the scan of people-centered justice in Thailand. It will assess how the justice system meets the legal needs of individuals, communities, and businesses, and to identify avenues for improvement. Building on this work and actionable recommendations, our further cooperation can help design strategic justice reform roadmaps, strengthen justice governance, ensuring judicial independence, institutional integrity, and efficient resource allocation, and implement people-centered justice reforms grounded in evidence and international good practice. And these reforms are not just about ticking the boxes. They are about ensuring that every Thai citizen, every small business owner, every community leader can access justice when it matters the most. So let me close by returning to the central theme of this forum, trust. Trust in institutions is built not by rhetoric, but by results. When justice systems are fair, fast, transparent, and focused on people, they restore trust. And when trust is restored, countries are better able to grow, invest, and protect the rights for all. So let us view the rule of law not only as a legal requirement, but as a strategic choice. An investment in justice and the rule of law is an investment in the future. And the OECD is honored to work alongside Thailand as it advances this journey with its knowledge, tools, and commitment to help you build a justice system and the rule of law that truly works for all. Thank you for your attention.